I'm Julie. I'm a therapist, and these are my two therapy dogs, Ringo and George. I really get so much therapy myself from my dogs, and so I knew that my clients needed to take advantage of being with these dogs and also to bring them to other locations where they could also help people. I've seen amazing things happen in healing situations with dogs. I had my dogs trained through Alliance of Therapy Dogs. They came and they watched George and Ringo around other people in big box stores, in nursing homes, hospital settings, just to make sure that they would handle things well. And they passed the test, and so now they're therapy dogs. And they have to get recertified every year, and they have a job every Wednesdays at 1. One of my clients really loves my dogs, and sometimes he has some hard things to talk about. And having Ringo on his lap, or maybe probably more likely to be George, will help him to be able to talk and just feel comfortable and safe. And even not talk, just to feel. Because sometimes dogs allow us to get to that place that we maybe couldn't get to because we didn't feel safe. And they make us feel safe. Not only do my dogs work with me, with my clients where I work one-on-one, even virtual, they are in sessions with me, and people get so much comfort seeing them, and of course in person, they sit on their laps. But I also take them to a nursing home and I tell them, time to go to work. George, it's time to go to work. Did you see that? He knows what that means. There's been so many moments that I've seen astounding things happen with animals and people and healing. I've seen it with children. I worked with autistic children, and watching them just focus in when they really don't focus on a lot of people, and then they could focus on the dog. I've seen it with people going through trauma and feeling comforted by the love and support of these beautiful, sweet creatures. Recently, I've been working in geriatric settings, and I come to realize that people can be kind of lost in those settings. They really are lost sometimes, and they see the dog and then they start telling you stories about their life. Going every week, I get to make a relationship with them. What I found is that people don't always remember me, but they always remember George and Ringo, and it brings light to the room and to everybody's day. My wellness plan for my dogs is the same wellness plan I would use for myself. I make sure that they have water, that they have food, that they've gotten rest, that they have some exercise, and that they are really prepared. And I even tell them so that they know, it's time to go to work, and then they know. That's where they're headed. And you can see their expression when I say it. I feed them fresh, freeze-dried meals twice a day, and I also use fresh food on top, and they love it. They run to get their food, which wasn't always true. Poodles can be very picky, and these guys really like the Get Joy food. Feeding them fresh food has allowed them to be a little bit stronger, a little bit healthier, a little bit more vibrant in their lives, and then they bring that with them to the work that they do. The pre, pro, and postbiotics help their stomach, and poodles are notoriously sensitive stomach dogs, and I do notice that makes a difference. Also, their energy level is higher and better. I feel like they sleep more soundly, they're just happier. Also, I've started my dogs on Get Joy supplements, particularly Ringo. He doesn't feel comfortable in certain settings because I think there's some high-pitched frequencies from hearing aids in the nursing home, and he gets a little shaky. So I've started to give him Calm as a good way to supplement his mental health. I always tell my clients to put on your own oxygen mask so that then you can help others. And sometimes your dog needs a little help putting on their oxygen mask because they don't have as much ability to go out and make choices about what they're going to eat. So it's really important that we make those choices for them, and Get Joy is an incredible choice to help them be healthy and be able to be their best selves. The ongoing training that my dogs get in order to be therapy dogs on a long-term basis is to continue doing the work every day. And I also think when I take them on walks, I try and expose them to as many kinds of people as I can. In certain settings, there's wheelchairs, there might be little children, there might be noises, and I try and get them to have exposure to as many people as I can. I cannot even state the impact my dogs have had on my life. It actually makes me feel emotional because I have had 5 dogs in my life. These are number 4 and 5. And I can't even imagine a life without them. And I do think about the people in the nursing homes. They often tell me about how they had to leave their dog, or they'll say, I'm getting a dog when I get out of here. They long for dogs. And so I feel so lucky to be able to share what I have every day of my life with them. People that are going through mental health struggles should try and connect to nature. And dogs are a big part of the world. And so you can ask somebody walking by if you could pet their dog. You can think about an opportunity to volunteer, where you can help dogs at a shelter. There's so many opportunities, so many animals need support. And if you can, you could adopt a pet if it's something that works for your life. And it could be something that could be life-changing for you and your mental health. Seeing the world through a dog's eyes always makes me put perspective on what I'm going through, because they don't care about the outside. They don't care what other people think. They really just want to share love and be supportive and be in a group of like-minded beings and just be part of something. And I feel like that reminds us all to do that, to try and be part of something important about community and about love. I mean, while I'm sitting here, this beautiful creature is just staring at me with this beautiful look of love. And I just feel really grateful that I never lose that perspective about life. Life can be so crazy and busy and stressful and not always so nice. The reason why I share them with other people is because I get so much sweetness from them, and I feel that it's important that I share it with others because they have so much to give, the unending amount. Working with your dog is really a good way to build your relationship with your dog. And I do think there's so many wonderful opportunities to help others, and dogs are so wonderful in the world for other people. So I do love sharing them with other people, and then I feel that I get closer to my dogs through doing this because they look to me, they trust me, and it's a meaningful situation. They know they make such a difference for people, and that's really, I think it makes them feel really good about their own confidence, which is great. Mental fitness is really important, and I think that having breaks during your day to connect with nature and dogs is really helpful. And Get Joy always makes me think about how I'm supporting them to be able to be supportive to others. And it's a great way to do it. Your health and wellness is important, and their health and wellness is important too.